Good evening. The purpose of this video is for clarification. It was raised to my attention that everything that's put on Facebook disappears within 30 days. I believe this video may help someone, may help us both. Hopefully open doors, and in the future bridge further open communication. I'm going to be revealing what I've been withholding. Not only did Annette tell me that Jane Wiedlin was my mother, when the contact with Annette ended in the early 1990s, I am speaking only about what I personally remember. I remember Jane coming to Texas in the early 1990s with a gentleman. She arrived at the property at the time I was living with my mother and stepdad, okay? She then told me to my face that she was in fact my mother. Jane Wiedlin told me that. I remember the conversations and circumstances surrounding that encounter. What followed next was a telephone conversation involving her father and her sister, her older sister, who's another member of her family. She did not indicate that she had any knowledge of how I came to be in Texas, and it was never brought up from my biological family, which she said she was my biological family. I am also not alleging that Jane arranged, participated in, or had knowledge of whatever may have happened to me before our meeting. I was an adult at the time. I was about 20, and I am distinguishing very carefully between what I remember happening and what I can establish about the events surrounding my birth and childhood. What I can say simply is this. I remember Jane telling me that she is my birth mother, that she gave birth to me when she was very young. That is my recollection, and I am not presenting speculation about how I came to Texas as an established fact. Jane did not have any, it was never raised, and I never asked her of what she knew about how I come to be in Texas. Remember, another woman did the investigation to find me in Texas. That lady had died in 2013. Her name was Annette. She had the information. When Annette stopped the contact with me, that's sometime just shortly thereafter Jane came on the scene. The encounter was very loving and very sweet. I held her, she held me. I remember she kissed my neck and my face. It was very beautiful. It was lovely. She went away, and what followed next was a phone call. Her mother was in the background. Her father was on the phone. I spoke briefly with her sister, a woman named Meg. Then it was back on the phone with the father. He did say to me, Jason will come home to us one day. I remember that part of the conversation. It was all good. It was good. These are good people. They were all good people. The contact closed down. Reasons I don't know. About 5 years later, I was married to an English girl, and I moved to England, and I've been here 27 years. Maybe she wasn't ready. Maybe she came back to try to find me, but found I'd left the country. I don't know. Maybe she wasn't told where I ended up. I do remember now that after the contact with Jane ended, there were unknowns that came to me. 2 men in suits, in black suits, and a professionally dressed woman, a very tall woman. They were aggressive, and they said, we're going to tase you because you're not supposed to remember any of this. And I remember having my arm put behind my back. And these people then put a thing to my head and electrocuted my skull with something they're calling a nailer. They called it a microwave gun or something, which induced amnesia. I remember going into a cold trauma, dizzy, I vomited. When I woke up, the memories are then picking up, having no established memory of those events, and even talking to Annette. My life and the timeline moves on from there. Occasionally, my mother would be asking me, and out of all due respect, she passed away in 2024 and I love her dearly. But if she had a drink now and then, she didn't believe that I couldn't remember, and she'd come in and challenge me. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And go on about this. Sadly, it's taken over 30 years. Again, I'm going to say Jane Wiedlin of the Go Gos identified herself to me in the early 1990s as my mother. She said in the phone that the public does not know that in fact she had a child in the early 1970s, to which I asked her. Now, Annette had told me of a 14-year-old that fell pregnant. That was connected to a party that she went to, and there was a DJ there that got her pregnant. When I asked Jane this question, I don't recollect very clearly, but I think she said she was 13. 13 or 14, I don't remember. 13 seems to come to mind, which is quite young. And now this part. If you're watching, Jane, I love you very dearly. I love you more than I can say. I've connected with you. I do believe you're my mother, and I have found you out of love and respect to benefit your life, and I'll do anything you want me to do. And you have my deepest respect and love and admiration. You can do no wrong in my eyes, even if you did crazy, I don't want to say examples, but I'll just say no matter what it is, I love you, and I have no judgment on you, zero. Even if you said, well, I've been in the CIA, I've been a handler, or I've drove a school bus of kids off a bridge, or I was involved in bank robberies or whatever. I mean, I would be like, so what? I love you. Zero judgment, unconditional love. I've never in my life known a love like this. I have never in my life felt like this. I've never known this before in my life. I've never known this. And I have connected, I found you on social media. And just know that every time I get anything, it is the most incredible feeling and experience I've had in my life. It is nourishing. It's little slices, but I'm not asking for, I hope for more. I hope that we have open contact. It can be private, public, whatever you want. And I don't want to intrude on your life. But I love you very much. And like I said, I've never known in my life a love like this before. I've never known this before. In my entire life, I've never known this. I think I remember saying that if he's my grandfather, to him on the phone. It's come back to me. I told him, she has a face like an angel. There's something about her. I can't put a finger on this. I really can't. And I believe memories are very genuine. And whatever interaction we've had has been beautiful and wonderful. And has fed me. It has nourished me. I hope that my interactions with you have done the same. Reassured you and comforted you 1,000,000%. I'm not after anything else. I mean, I have all that I need. And I don't mean it like I don't want more contact. Of course I do. You ended last year saying something in December. You said, did you get what you wanted out of this year? Well, no, I didn't. I wanted more open contact, but I was too intrepid. And I'm sorry about that. I think you've got a biography coming out. Let's see what's in your biography. Okay. And I hope for the whole deal, full-on contact with you, to see you, fly to California, to meet you face to face. I have issues with flying, but I'd be willing to do the 10 hours. Bring one of my sons with me. Like I said, I have 4 wonderful sons and 2 great grandchildren that are babies, a toddler and a baby. This is your family. All 6 of them are yours, including me. They're already yours. I don't have any. I have my love to give you, and I have them to give you. That's what I have to give you. And I love you very dearly. So like I said, I've never known this kind of love in my life before. I have never known this before. I've never known this. I've never known this before. I don't know. It reaches inside. It goes inside my head. It goes inside of me. It changes me in good ways. It puts me to sleep at night. And gives me a comfort I've never known. And I hope my presence does the same for you. I don't know, I don't want to guess or speculate the traumas you've had in life. I can imagine. I hope my presence can make them go away. All the issues that bother you go away. I love you very dearly.